සුබ උදෑසනක්. පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ 82 වෙනි උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේ සජීවී විකාශ කටයුතු සඳහා අප ඔබ සාදරයෙන් පිළිගනු ලබනවා. තවත් ස්වල්ප මොහොතකින් උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේ තෙවැනි දිනේ පළමු සැසිවාරයේ කටයුතු ආරම්භ කිරීමට සියල්ල සූදානම්. එසේනම් අප ඔබව සම්බන්ධ කරගනු ලබනවා පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ 82 වෙනි උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේ සජීවී விகாசன கட்டயத்து சமையல்.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். இலங்கையின் சிறப்பு வாய்ந்த பல்கலைக்கழகமான பேராதெனி பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் 82வது பொது பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவின் நேரடி ஒலிபரப்பு நிகழ்விற்கு உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்பதில் பெருமகிழ்வடைகின்றோம். பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவிற்கான 3ஆம் நாள் நிகழ்வின் காலை அமர்வில் இணைந்த சுகாதார பீடம், பல் மருத்துவ பீடம், மருத்துவ பீடம் ஆகியவற்றுக்கான பட்டமளிப்பு நிகழ்வுகள் இடம்பெறவுள்ளன.
A very good morning to all of you and welcome back to the live telecast of the 82nd General Convocation of the University of Peradeniya. The first session of the third day is scheduled to commence shortly. We will now connect you to the live telecast of the graduation ceremony.
2019 වර්ෂයේ උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේහි සමාරම්භය සනිටුවන් කරමින් සාම්ප්‍රදායික පොල් තෙල් පහන දැල්වීම සඳහා කුලපතිතුමන්ට උපකුලපතිතුමන්ට සංවිධායක කමිටුවේ සභාපතිතුමන් වන නියෝජ්‍ය උපකුලපතිතුමන්ට සහ පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ වැඩබලන ලේකකාධිකාරීතුමියට கௌரவேன் ஆராதனா කරමු.
2019 ஆண்டிற்கான பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவினை ஆரம்பிக்கும் பொருட்டு வைபவ ரீதியாக மங்கள விளக்கை ஏற்றுமாறு வேந்தர் அவர்களையும் உபவேந்தர் அவர்களையும் விழா ஏற்பாட்டு குழு தலைவரான பிரதி உபவேந்தர் அவர்களையும் பேராதனை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பதிவாளர் அவர்களையும் பணிவன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம்.
We would now like to cordially invite the Honorable Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Chairman of the Organizing Committee and the Acting Registrar of the University of Peradeniya for the traditional lighting of the oil lamp.
මෙම උත්කර්ෂවත් අවස්ථාවට ආශිර්වාද කිරීම සඳහා දැන් ජයමංගල ගාථා ගායනා කෙරෙනු ඇත.
இந்த உயரிய விழாவிற்கு ஆசி கோரும் வகையில் ஜயமங்கள கீதம் இசைக்கப்படும்.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the Jayamangala Gatha will be recited to invoke blessings for this ceremony.
I declare this convocation open for conferment of degrees.
Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, be conferred on Dr. Gunadasa Amarasekara.
Chancellor Sir, as the Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences, I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Gunadasa Amarasekara, whom the University of Peradeniya has decided to felicitate with the award to the degree of Doctor of Letters, Creative Writings. Gunadasa Amarasekara was born in 1929 at Yatalamatta, a remote village in the interior of Galle district. As an adolescent, still in the stage of pre-university studies, he is known to have displayed an extraordinary gift for creative writing. For instance, a short story titled Ratu Rosa Mala won global acclaim. It was included in a collection of short stories under the same title, which, when published in 1953, was praised by several of our prominent literary critics. In 1953, he entered the dental school at Peradeniya. Several works of both prose as well as verse he authored as an undergraduate as part and parcel of extracurricular interest, Bhava Gita, Amal Biso, Guruluwata, Avarjana, Jeevana Suwanda, and Karumakkaryo. While meeting the rigorous curricular demands of his training in dentistry, earned him a due recognition as a prominent contributor to the innovative wave of Sinhala literature at Peradeniya. In the Bhava Gita collection of poems, for instance, one finds an amazing level of elegance never reached by other exponents of free verse. Yali Upannemi and Depa Noladdo, published soon after his graduation, were products of his continuing efforts to proceed along a new path in literary pursuits, but deviating somewhat from the codes of substance of style Riti prescribed by the pioneers of the Peradeniya school. In later years, Amarasekara confessed that his works in the Peradeniya phase of his literary career had been guided by the notion of arts for art's sake, and argued that creative writing, especially in the Sri Lankan context, must necessarily have a didactic purpose. This transformation, initially portrayed in his Gandhabba Apadanaya, that perception continued to guide many of his later writings, including novelettes and collections of short stories such as Iktamein Polavata, Katha Pahak, Asatya Kathawa, Preme Satya Kathawa, Abuddhas Yugayak, and Aliya Saha Andeo. If literature has a social function, it has to take into account the socio-political underpinnings of the times. And Amarasekara achieved that with refinement and elegance. Meanwhile, he undertook the ambitious task of portraying the transformations of the middle class of Sri Lanka with a semi-autobiographical series of creative works, starting with Gamanaka Mula, beginning of a journey. The series consists of 6 beautifully written novels. Critics have seen in this set of novels, when considered along with certain narratives in the assortments of his short stories, a continuation into later times, Martin Wickramasinghe's famous trilogy, which provided a glimpse of the Sinhalese, Bazavis, Baswasi, emerging from their subaltern setting at various of the first half of the 20th century. That perception is acceptable, subject, however, to the qualification that Amaraseka has painted a much larger canvas depicting social transformations over a long time span. Criticism. In literary criticism, Amarasekara's Vinodaya Saha Vicharaya and Nosevuna Kedapatha rank among essential readings, seldom equaled in quality for gaining an understanding of this critical evaluation of Sinhala creative writings. They are appropriately contextualized in the diverse views expressed by well-known experts in literary criticism, including the venerated leaders of the Peradeniya school. A study of traditions in Sinhala poetical works over several centuries presented in Amarasekara's Sinhala Kavya Sampradaya has been acclaimed by critics as the most authoritative work in that field. Leading intellectual. The volume titled Enabling Traditions, 4 Sinhala Cultural Intellectuals by Vimal Disanayake, for whose sparkling career Peradeniya was the launching pad, opened his chapter on Amarasekara with the observations reproduced below. I quote, Gunadasa Amarasekara, 1929 onwards, is arguably the leading Sinhala cultural intellectual. As with most public intellectuals, his writings are controversial and generate intense public debate. He writes about literature, criticism, culture, modernization, consumerism, globalization, and so on with intense passion. Page 113. Unlike Munidasa Kumaratunga, Martin Wickramasinghe and Edirivira Sarachandra, the other intellectuals on which Disanayaka's study is focused, Amarasekara did not shy away from active politics, channeling his expository writings on issues of tradition, history, and cultural memory towards the redefining of contemporary and contested issues. Page 127. I close quotes. It is in the backdrop of these observations that we need to re-examine Amarasekara's concept of Jatika Chintanaya, on which he and many others have written since the mid-1980s. The fiscal reforms initiated in 1977 that paved the way for a short-lived spurt of accelerated economic growth was not sustainable, and even more ominously, blatant Indian interventions in the internal affairs of Sri Lanka, including various forms of subversion, were a serious threat to the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Sri Lanka. Thus, Amarasekara promulgated the idea of distinctive national ideology that had evolved over several millennia, the essential ingredients of which have been preserved among the Sinhalese Buddhist segment of the island, should be looked at against the backdrop of an impending multifaceted crisis. If the crisis is to be effectively averted, the suggested and the governance of our nation should be guided by that ideology. In recent writings of Amarasekara, Amataka Urumaya, Forgotten Heritage, Sabhyatva Rajya Kara, Towards a Civilizational State, Dhanavadayata Vikalpayak, An Alternative to Capitalism, published respectively in 2011, 2016, and 2018, we find the concept of Jatika Chintanaya incorporated into a proposal for a wider system of governance of Sri Lanka. These works, considered collectively, have a thematic coherence in the vision of a state based upon the essential feature of civilizational heritage, namely multiculturalism within overarching ideals of Theravada Buddhism. A source of guidance and inspiration to professionals. The pioneering services rendered by Gunadasa Amarasekara in the field of modern healthcare in dentistry and dental education at tertiary level in our country are perhaps known only to those in the profession. Being awarded the prestigious government university scholarship to proceed to Britain for further professional training, he returned to Sri Lanka having obtained a fellowship in the Royal College of Surgeons. Thereafter, he was elevated to the rank of consultant dental surgeon and the head of the Dental Institute, which he served with exemplary dedication for over 15 years. He was the first chairman of the Board of Study in Dental Surgery at the Postgraduate Institute of Medicine. He has also served as the external examiner for the final BDS and the postgraduate MS in dental surgery examinations. A phenomenal dimension of Gunadasa Amarasekara's services to Sri Lanka, which ought to receive special attention, is his illumination of a cultural paradigm for those in science-based profession to pursue, especially in university setting such as ours. My specific reference here is to the fact that for Amarasekara, the surgeon in dentistry, there was never a chasm between the sciences and the arts as promulgated by C.P. Snow, the famous novelist and epistemologist, in his concept of two cultures. Chancellor Sir, Dr. Gunadasa Amarasekara, an intellectual of rare worth, best known the intelligence of Sri Lanka as a patriot with abiding commitment to the cognitive values of our island civilization, a creative writer par excellence, an incisive literary critic, and a dental surgeon who has reached the summit of recognition in his professional field whilst in mid-career, deserves the highest honor which our University of Peradeniya could offer. While we rejoice in the fact that the initial impetus and the inspiration for the achievements of his illustrious career were provided by our university, we have the solemn obligation to acclaim his unique contribution to our nation with the award of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor Professor K.M. Sudha, Vice Chancellor Professor Lamavansa, and members of the academic community, and members of the Senate, and Professor Artikada, Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry, and also the former Dean, Professor Asoka Amaratunga. Let me first thank you for bestowing this honor on me, which I accept with great gratitude and great humility. On this, I am especially grateful to the dental faculty for sponsoring this and initiating this. On this occasion, in spite of my hence on for ideological and philosophical wrangling, I thought I should speak of something much down to earth and of some relevance to the problems that we are facing as educationists and university teachers. Hence, the topic of my speech is the need for a holistic approach and a restructuring of the system. My main purpose is to draw your attention and make you stimulate your thinking and also to get you out of the box and for innovative thinking. This is the real purpose, not to set out a very comprehensive scheme for, that should be left to you who are more knowledgeable. At the moment, I see a concerted effort by education authorities to incorporate knowledge of basic sciences as well as the latest technical knowledge, technical skills and information technology to the university, especially in the field of humanities. To put it in other words, it is an attempt to get a student following the humanities arts to pursue a course in biology or mathematics, and a student following a course in science to follow a course in history or literature. And both groups to imbibe the latest technical knowledge offered by the technological revolution that has come into being. Whether this is being proposed with a holistic perspective in sight to produce an enlightened graduate who could contribute to the intellectual and cultural life of society, or to produce an employable graduate, is not clear at the moment. It is most likely prompted by a desire to produce an employable graduate who will not turn out to be a rebel or an anarchist or a threat, and also to prevent those insurgencies of the past that were centered around the universities. It is natural that the arts graduate who faces a blank future with no hope in sight should resort to violence to vent his frustration and agony. We are lucky that so far the frustration has been channeled into the streets and not against the establishment. Even if the restructuring is promoted by a self-centered impulse, it is to be welcomed. This reminds me of a personal experience I underwent some time ago. It was in 1987 during the JVP insurgency. I was abroad at the time and was very keen to know what was happening in the country. With my eyes glued to the television to see what was happening, especially in the universities, I could see the terrible mayhem, the terrible tragedy and the torture that was inflicted on the youth, especially at Peradeniya. The picture of those decapitated heads lined up round the pond made me utterly sick, filling me with a sense of guilt. When I came back, and I was interviewed by a weekend singer and newspaper, and was asked what remedial measures I could suggest to prevent such a tragedy happening in the universities. My response was irrational and it was an emotional outburst. There is no need to continue with these universities any longer. They have provided a breeding ground for those youth to be turned into rebels and insurgents. All these universities must be closed down. We must go back to the situation that was there prior to the establishment of these universities. We must have a medical college to provide doctors, and we should have an engineering school to provide engineers, and a technical college, which we had earlier, to produce technicians. It is an unaffordable luxury to have a residential university to produce unemployable arts graduates. If there's a need to teach humanities, we could have a number of open universities to cater to that need. Mine, of course, was really an irrational, emotional outburst. But I think it contained the kernel of truth. The restructuring program that the state has undertaken is there in that kernel. I think if this restructuring is to be a success, it must start from the school level and not from the university. The university should carry on the restructuring process initiated at the school level. At the moment, we have two major streams after O levels, an art stream and a science stream. Those who follow the science stream study subjects such as mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology, and none of the art subjects they studied at O level. The same thing happens with those who follow the art stream. None of the subjects they had studied as mathematics and environmental studies are followed by the art stream. There's a complete separation. This separation and compartmentalization should cease. There should be only one stream at the advanced level. The science stream student offering science subjects for advanced level should also offer an art subject such as history or literature. The same applies to the art student who is offering art subjects. He or she must offer a subject like mathematics or biology. This trend should be continued at the university level. At the same time, the technological knowledge and the skills introduced at the university level should be considered as applied science and not as something unrelated to science. If we want to impart technical knowledge unrelated to science, we need no universities to perform that function. We could have technical schools such as the German Technical School. The demand for incorporating technology into universities' curriculum is being adhered to by the universities of the West at the moment. They seem to have realized the inadequacy of the classical model to cater to the needs of the present day. The fourth industrial revolution and the technological revolution seem to have awakened them. However, this has brought about a controversy about the place of technology that should occupy in the university curriculum. Professor Aaron Gary, in his remarkable work, Postmodernism and Environment, addresses his mind to this dilemma faced by the universities. This is what he has to say. Associated with these developments, universities are fundamentally transformed, thoroughly corrupted by publish or perish syndrome and by the pressure to lower standards to accommodate the higher proportion of young people on higher education. They are being reduced to extensions of high schools and technical colleges, valued by the government only insofar as they provide people with vocational training or produce technological knowledge, and by students only to increase their earning power. Arts and science faculties have lost their status within the universities. Well, I think this is what should not happen to our universities. That is not happen to our universities. The emphasis on technology and technology skills, IT, etc., at the expense of scientific knowledge is bound to generate a warped idea regarding science. It may make the youth consider science not as a source of knowledge, a way of understanding the world as the basis of modernity, but as a means to an end, and the end being to create a world dominated by gadgetry, which will relieve the youth from thinking and creativity and make life more comfortable as suggested by Professor Gary. Such a concept is detrimental to a third world country like ours, which has not experienced the industrial revolution and the expansion of scientific knowledge in the West. This may reinforce the idea of science, which is now being uttered by some as Pattapal Buru in the minds of the people. I believe this idea of a holistic approach devoid of compartmentalization of knowledge is not something new to us. In the Pirivena universities, they maintained this holistic approach. There is a mistaken belief among us that these Pirivenas were religious centers and their main function was to propagate Buddhism. Far from it. They were centers of learning and also intellectual and cultural centers, and the heads of these were advisors to the rulers and also representatives of the people. I am sure you are aware of the triangular relationship that existed here among the king and the Sangha and the people, the Asokan model of governance we inherited with Buddhism. One of the foremost Pirivenas was Vijayabahu Pirivena of the 15th century, headed by the great Thottagamuwa Sri Rahula. This was pointed out to an international community of scholars by Arunachalam Ponnambalam when he addressed their gathering at the Calcutta University in 1916. This was the observation he made at that conference. Long before the emergence of universities in the Western world in the 18th century, we had in our country in the 15th century a great seat of learning, a university of international fame at Thottagamuwa, headed by poet Sri Rahula. This was what Arunachalam Ponnambalam said at that gathering. An examination of the curriculum followed by the Vijayabahu Pirivena shows how it resembles the curriculum of the present-day universities of the West. The disciplines that were followed consisted of languages and philosophy and Indian philosophy, logic, poetics, literature, medicine, legal studies, and Surya Siddhanta, consisting of astronomy, astrology, and mathematics. A student of this was expected to pursue a number of these disciplines and not confine himself to one specialist subject. In fact, I think this tradition that was followed, we find it still here because the Vedamahatya of the village is not only a doctor, he is a scholar as well as an intellectual who guides the thinking of the villagers. So it is, they had this kind of holistic approach to knowledge. It is the knowledge that was imparted by those universities that established our engineers to achieve those, enabled our engineers to achieve those engineering marvels as the Bishokotua of the great reservoirs, the Yodala with the gradient that has baffled modern-day engineers, and those great divers. The builders of those divers surely would have been aware of the gravitational forces long before Newton discovered them. One may well ask what happened to that knowledge. Why did that knowledge fall to achieve the level of scientific knowledge achieved by the West? This question has been asked and answered by Professor Joseph Needham in dealing with science in China, on which he has produced 10 volumes. He believes that it was capitalism in Western world that caused the expansion of scientific knowledge, which was not relevant to the Chinese, who opted out of capitalism. This is probably the answer we too can offer. Professor Needham's observation that capitalism is unavoidable for the progress of science has been proven wrong by China of today. It has shown how a feudal state can skip the capitalist phase in its march towards great scientific achievements. It's no secret that the Chinese civilization based on Confucius and Taoist Buddhism and our own civilization based on Theravada Buddhism abhor capitalism as Kama Sukalikana Yoga, inimical to human happiness. I feel that this attempt to restructure the university curriculum is not an innovative move as such, but an attempt to go back to our own tradition, as I pointed out. At the present moment, I feel that in addition to restructuring of a university curriculum, there's a need to restructure our training programs in the field of medicine, dentistry, and even engineering. I will confine myself to my own field of dentistry. At the moment, there's a great demand for medicine and dentistry. Thousands apply to seek admission to the dental faculty. Most of them have the required qualifications, but only about 10% of them are able to get in. This is by no means a healthy situation. It creates frustration and envy in those who fail to get in. This could be avoided by structuring this system. Roughly, this is what I intend, what I want to present. We take 5 years to produce a dental surgeon. We see to it that he or she is not second to a dental surgeon in a highly developed Western country. After that long and assiduous training, she is sent to the periphery. He or she is sent to the periphery to a function which could be done without that exhaustive training. Isn't that really an underutilization of manpower? Consequently, the dental surgeon who is sent to the periphery with all that his skills and all is unhappy. And he wants to come to the urban center where he can use his skills and also make money, more money, and ultimately end up by making dollars by going abroad. The result of this procedure, this procedure can be seen by looking at those rural peasants on the television screen. Most of them are toothless by the age of 50. Their oral hygiene is putrid. Some of them harbor precancerous lesions in their mouth. I think oral cancer still occupies the first place in the list of our cancers. This is in spite of the fact that we have a first-class dental faculty here in Peradeniya and the best dental hospital in South Asia in Colombo. Isn't there something wrong in this whole thing? Only a callous disregard for humanity will prevent us from seeking remedial measures to this sorry state of affairs. I have over the years thought of a science scheme to remedy this situation. I will present it. It's only an idea, not a detailed out scheme as such. It's only an idea I envisage. There will be roughly 3 stages. In stage 1, we take in almost all the students who have fulfilled the qualifications and are eligible. All of them should be sent to the periphery after 2 or 3 years training. Maybe 2 years is enough. They will provide the necessary treatment required by the rural masses. In addition to being clinicians, they will perform the duties of dental health workers as well. Now we have so many other categories. There's no need to have so many categories. They will be given 3 years training. After that, the kind of training that is given today at the dental faculty. Out of that, 25% and will be given the training that is given to a dental surgeon today. 10% of that will be required, will be taken for training as required by the country. What I have presented is the bare outline of a restructuring process. I initiate that the scheme should be absolutely necessary if we are to overcome the present state of affairs. For this, and for the proper utilization of manpower and finances. It will also fulfill the ambitions of those thousands who seek admission to the dental profession. Of course, this kind of thinking is radical. It calls for systems that have been taken for granted to be turned around. This restructuring scheme I have presented has an ideological basis to it. It's not just wishful thinking, there's an ideological basis. It is based on the village-based, with the village occupying the center stage. The present scheme we have is urban-based, with the city occupying the center stage. That is what the colonial masters wanted it to be. We have only been tinkering with it and not attempted to change it. It is time we realize this and reverse this order of things. This country is still a collection of villages. 70% of our population still live there. The village is the pivot of our existence, which we will soon realize with the present fertilizer fiasco and when we find there's no rice on our plate. A holistic approach combined with such a restructuring process will not only produce an enlightened graduate and a human professional, but also a great, vast intelligence rise across the country who will lift us from the morass we are in and liberate us from the tyranny of the power-hungry, self-seeking politician who has ruined this country for the last 72 years. Thank you very much indeed.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Who are those?
Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa be conferred on Professor Herbert Allen Aponso.
The Honorable Chancellor, bestowing of the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Professor Herbert Allen Aponso. I have the honor to present to this august gathering Professor Herbert Allen Aponso, an eminent scholar, skilled clinician, passionate teacher, and compassionate human being. He nurtured the Department of Pediatrics from its inception to its present status and has inspired many upcoming clinicians who are rendering immense medical services today. He has deeply touched the hearts of his patients and their parents with his healing care. Professor Aponso was born on the 25th of March, 1925. He was educated at Prince of Wales College, Moratuwa, where he excelled in studies and extracurricular activities. In 1943, he entered the Medical College of the University of Colombo and in 1949 graduated with honors and was subsequently appointed as the acting head health officer of the Port of Colombo. During the next few years, he worked in various different hospitals, serving people from all walks of life. However, he decided to pursue his cherished career in pediatrics and left for the United Kingdom to receive training at the prestigious Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children. From there onwards, he started flourishing in this chosen field by achieving his goals. In 1956, he obtained his DCH London, MRCP-CH Edinburgh, and FRE PS Fellow of the Royal Faculty of Physicians and Surgeons in 1957, and MD and FRCP in 1970. In 1963, Professor Aponso was selected as a senior lecturer in pediatrics of the University of Ceylon. He was a born teacher and had a great passion for guiding young medical students to their career objectives. Hence, he was thought to be the most suitable person to play the lead role in the Department of Pediatrics in the newly established medical school at Peradeniya, which he joined as a senior lecturer. He was in charge of the department, and as the sole lecturer, he had to shoulder the responsibility for the first 4 batches of medical students. Dr. Aponso exhibited great dedication and enthusiasm towards the success of this department and the field as a whole. In 1977, he was appointed as a professor in pediatrics, which was considered the pinnacle of his career. During this tenure, he obtained equal recognition for pediatrics as a major discipline on par with the 3 other specialties. He raised awareness about the association between pediatric illnesses and socio-cultural economic factors. His involvement in social pediatrics made him a pioneer in forming a body called the Center for Intersectoral Community Health Studies, Peradeniya. He has done much research in pediatric nutrition and social pediatrics. He has contributed immensely to the development of the field of pediatrics by shedding light on many of its unresolved clinical problems. Many of his articles were published in the Ceylon Journal of Child Health, Sri Lanka Journal of Medicine, and the Ceylon Medical Journal. He has written many books and book chapters for the benefit of the public and the clinicians, and guided and encouraged his juniors to become involved in research activities. Professor Aponso has held various positions locally and internationally, which speaks volumes for his administrative skills and charisma. He was a WHO consultant in pediatric education in India and was a visiting professor of BJ Medical School, Ahmedabad. He was also a visiting professor of the University of Connecticut, USA, and received the Distinguished Scholars Award. He was a member of the WHO Expert Committee Geneva on acute respiratory infections, president of the Sri Lanka Pediatric Association, president of the Sri Lanka Association of Voluntary Surgical Contraception and Family Health, and the president of the Kandy Society of Medicine. His yeoman contributions have not just been limited to professional bodies. He has rendered yeoman service to the community by leading various societies and charity organizations. These organizations include YMCA Moratuwa, YMCA Kandy, Wise Men Club of Kandy, Family Planning Association of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka Baptist Sangamaya, National Council of YMCAs of Sri Lanka, and the Kandy City Mission, to name but a few. Professor Aponso was a multifaceted personality with exceptional skills, talents, and roles. As a clinician, his examination was very astute and thorough. As a trainer, he instilled discipline among his trainees, and as an administrator, he was committed to taking healthcare to the doorstep of his fellow citizens. His punctuality, honesty, kindness, and dedicated hours spent teaching and caring for the sick are still being fondly recalled by his colleagues and juniors. After 30 years of service, Professor Aponso retired from the university service in 1993. As a pediatrician, he has seen pediatrics evolve over 6 decades into broader and bigger dimensions and was ever prepared to accept new knowledge. Despite his retirement, he continued to teach medical students and serve his patients for many years. He was always enthusiastic and keen on sharing his wealth of knowledge and experience with others at various professional meetings. Despite his achievements and different career roles, he never lost his common touch with the people. He was closely attached to his caring family with devout Christian faith that has been his forte and strength throughout his entire life. With his great personality, he was an ideal role model to emulate, a guiding light to his subordinates, and showed much kind benevolence to his patients. In recognition of his accomplished and distinguished career, blended with the contribution he has rendered to the teaching and molding of medical students to blossom into clinicians of eminent repute, the University of Peradeniya proposes with great pleasure to confer the degree of the Doctor of Science honoris causa on Professor Herbert Allen Aponso. Honorable Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present Professor Herbert Allen Aponso the conferment of this highest academic honor in recognition of a lifetime of service and achievement. Thank you.
Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, all emeritus professors, heads of department in our university. At the outset, let me thank you for this honor you have bestowed upon me. I would also like to express my gratitude to the University of Peradeniya for having given me many opportunities for service and a long and fulfilling career. I would like to put on a few thoughts which have greatly influenced my life. Firstly, an ancient Chinese proverb which is appropriate when it comes to teaching and learning. What I forget, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I know. Next, I would like to quote William Osler, who saw the need for doctors to go towards the walls of the hospital, go beyond the walls of the hospital, when he spoke thus of a cloistered monk practicing medicine, confined, cabined, cribbed within the walls of a monastery, practicing the fugitive art of a clinical monk. How can he, forsooth, train men for a race of dust of which he knows little or nothing, and perhaps cares less? Finally, I pass on to as my golden motto of practicing doctors as well as to most of others in their professional lives. Cure whenever possible, relieve often, comfort always. I believe that the last line, comfort always, is applicable to all others, including the non-medical persons in this audience and beyond. I wish the University of Peradeniya success in all its undertakings, and for all who pass through the gates, the new insights in innovative thinking and enjoyment and fulfillment and in life's long journey. Thank you very much.
Vice Chancellor,
I have the honor to report that, on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Doctor of Philosophy be conferred on Vijayaratna K.M., Dahanayaka D.W.P., Fernando W.B.N.T., Gunaratna J.A.N.S.,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that, on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Doctor of Philosophy be conferred in absentia on Govipala Goda S.,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose name has been read the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that, on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Philosophy be conferred on Atukorala A.Y.R., Alakon A.M.S.S.,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Master of Philosophy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that, on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Philosophy be conferred in absentia on Mohandiram M.R.S., Rafiq R.A.M.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose names have been read the degree of Master of Philosophy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that, on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Medical Laboratory Science be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Abesinghe D.U. Abirami B. Achige WAWKW. Attanayaka AMTT. Atukorala DAADWK. Balasuriya BAM. Chandratilaka GSR. Dahanayaka IDDP. Dasanayaka DARK. Disilva AHMSW. Disanayaka DKNT. Fatuma MF. Gunawardana KJS. Gunawardana MASN. Guru Singha HLK. Habun Kaduwa HYCA. Karthika V. Karunaratna NDD. Karuna Tilaka KRP. Kugakpriya T. Lakmal APK. Lakmali HKKC. Madhusha KGS. Madhushika WMN. Mariam HBNA. Netmini KPA. Nimantika TVI. Nirmali GPS. Nirmani DSKT. Nishfa MKF. Nishanka NMAW. Paragoda Arachi, PAWK. Pereira, HDHR. Pereira, LRJ. Priyadarshani, MGGB. Raihana, MHF. Rifnas, MHF. Rifta, RF. Rimshana, MMF. Rusaika, RFF. Samarasekara, SMKIM. Samli, BA. Senarath, MAAE. Shehan, WAK. Shifna, AHF. Shamali, A. Shauda, AHF. Tivaga, S. Vidana Patiranage, DS. Vedage, HK. Veerakon, SWMPWCIB. Vikramaratna, WRS. Vijay Sundara, DLR.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Medical Laboratory Science.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Medical Laboratory Science be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Ramanayaka, RMAP.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose name has been read the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Medical Laboratory Science.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Nursing be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Ahnaf MAM. Amarasinghe IDMH. Bandara MGIH. Chandana NGGS. Chandrasiri WSC. Dasanayaka DRTS. Disilva JBPS. Disilva KTT. Fernando WVL. Shamali HASW. Hettiarachi MS. Hettiarachi PAT. Jayasinghe KBM. Jayatilaka RAMSDL. Karunanayaka KPNK. Kirtana R. Kiribamuna HMPT. Lahiru GG. Maduranga MDTD. Me Vellava SNCWML. Nanayakara NWWGSK. Patiraja PACP. Pemasiri WAUC. Pemasiri WAUS. Pereira EAS. Priyadarshana SHDA. Priyadarshani GGTC. Pushpavani K. Rahinduwa HRBK, Ranavira RASS, Samarasekara SDBPP, Senadira GDCM, Senturan S, Sivar Rasa S, Vitursan G, Yugadarshan S,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Nursing.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Nursing be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Gunatilaka PKYD, Shamali HASW,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Nursing.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy Honours be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Anfas MZM, Anoya T, Atapattu WAMAS, Bandara AMBD, Bandara AMGN, Chaturanga WGR, De Silva TKK, Dilrukshi WAI, Dilshan VGM, Disanayaka ME, Fatima R, Gamage GSH, Gunaratna MVHS, Jaturshan N, Kumbukgaha Deniya KGPL, Madhushika WSS, Pabasara GVS, Prasadi DGP, Ratnasiri WGM, Sayani S, Vittakan R, Vanigasingha SI, Yalini S,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy Honours.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy Honours be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Favin MJN,
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose name has been read the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy Honours.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Physiotherapy be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Agalja U, Akil MBM, Chamari KR, Chandradasa WNSD, Dayaratna WMS, Dharmasiri HMSL, Dilrukshi RMA, Disanayaka DMUI, Ekanayaka EMDL, Falah, MHI. Faslina, A. Hana, MHF. Herat, HMGS. Infas, KM. Jayasankita, PN. Jesudasan, J. Kalahagawatta, KWDP. Karandavela, JM. Karunaratna, NGYW. Lakmali, WKM. Lakshita, JPDLP. Lisana, MMF. Malchani, GWW. Navaratna, KGGAB. Naranjan, EL. Pereira, LPSG. Pereira, LPUI. Priyadarshan, V. Ranasinghe, DM. Ratnayaka, TPGRMDS. Rikas, AMM. Riswan, AJM. Samarakon, SMCS. Sarjana, MSF. Silva, ESL. Sirishanti, HGBT. Vallavatta, WHMS. Vijay Singha, NP. Vimala Singha, PD.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Physiotherapy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report on the recommendation of the Senate. The Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Physiotherapy be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Ajmala H. Thanapalasingham P. Welgama WRSD.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Physiotherapy.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Radiography be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Bandara HMIGUKJ. Banu MTA. Chandana KMA. Chandrasiri WKNR. Cruz PAG. Dahanayaka NVJ. Dharmaratna GK. Dirasha A. Dulanja MH. Hemamala UGDS. Herath HMLM. Ediri Singha IPBM. Jayasingha DTB. Jayasingha TC. Jayasingha VIU. Jayavira MS. Kajana S. Kajantini T. Mithilajanan B. Nirmal NDA. Nirupama AR. Ratnayaka RMTGH. Subhavittiran S. Sudam H.A. Udayangani H.P.D. Usantan U. Vatsala S.P.C. Vijay Muni B.P. Vijay Nayaka S.K. Vijay Surya W.R.Y.A.H. Yasiru S.G.M.D.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Radiography.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Radiography be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences.
Ananthan A. Dirasa A.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Radiography.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences.
Abesingha N.D. Amarasingha A.M.A.C. Amirtan J. Anupama S. Arani T. Atukurala I.A. Ayesha M.D.P. Bandara R.M.G.D. Basnayaka B.M.T.K. Batuwantudawa I.P.N. Biranavan C. Bogoda B.A.J.A. Chandraratna PGAU. Dhanavardhana HMTN. Dhanushka SPC. Dayananda KGWMWE. De Silva THSH. Dhananjani HT. Dharmatilaka PMAAS. Dharmavadana HM. Dilakshika PVH. Dilrukshi KLC. Dilshan WADC. Disanayaka DMHJ. Faumina MUF. Fernando MHSM. Fernando WDN. Galagama Arachi LR. Gamage BAW. Gamage GCH. Herat HMRS. Hondamulla HDDD. Imalka SPS. Jeevani MB. Kanangara DYH. Karunatilaka JAMN. Kasuni KAM. Kakulandara KMCB. Kumara WAS. Kumara WCT. Kumari BMANL. Lakmal MAT. Lanka RDV. Lianage LRCSB. Liana Patirana SS. Madhumage MMD. Madhuranga PDD. Madhurapperuma MASW. Mahesh SHW. Mendis MYM. Meshach FXS. Nesaretinam P. Nilakshi DDS. Nuanjala DGC. Pallevela GL. Patirana HPSTS. Pereira KSA. Pereira RRM. Praveen WD. Premratna KASC. Puniraja R. Ranavira KKDTJ. Ratnayaka KAHV. Rakogama KMVK. Rojitan K. Sabaratnam N. Sajivan S. Saumya JDS. Senaratna YP. Shiranti SHA. Shurfa MRF. Sri Skandaraja S. Sumitra Rachi S.R. Sundara Peruma S.M.U.A. Tenakon B.P.A. Tilakaratna A.W.S.H. Tilakshana P. Tissadeniya T.G.H.K. Udani S.H.V. Vatsala Kumari T. Vidyakaran S. Veerakon E.M.K.M.K. Veerakon W.M.H.M. Veerasingha W.A.K.M. Vijayavadana L.K.P.L. Vimalatunga W.S.S.C.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences.
Gembo S.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose name has been read the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery be conferred on those who are presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine.
Aquil AWAS. Abhignodana IA. Abekon AMCS. Abenayaka AU. Aberatna TMVM. Abesinga WMDK. Ahmad HMH. Alavattegama AKE. Amanda GLS. Amaradasa RPAPU. Anuradha AGB. Anuttara GT. Aryaratna TGUC. Aruppala ALGK. Atapattu AMJ. Atapattu GAWMYT. Attanayaka DAAB. Aisha MNF. Banjara BMYS. Bandara HMCM. Bandara IATP. Bandara RMAV. Bandara SMHK. Chamara AWD. Chaturanga HNK. Chaturika HAV. Damayanti DMM. Dhananjaya KP. Dangalla DRI. Dantanarayana YNJ. Darshika MKT. Darshika PKGS. De Silva ESK. De Silva LN. De Silva NS. Digala HMTD. Dilhara SKAB. Disanayaka KD. Disanayaka DMBM. Disanayaka DMPWASB. Disanayaka DMHWB. Disanayaka DMMH. Disanayaka DMT. Disanayaka IAGST. Disanayaka KGCHB. Disanayaka TMWCB. Edrisingha EALS. Edrisingha EMHN. Edrisingha GS. Ekanayaka DS. Ekanayaka EMMB. Ekanayaka EMKB. Ekanayaka EMNM. Erandika NVGH. Fasna MIF. Fernando WKAK. Gamage GGDT. Ganihigama MH. Ghazalisdeen MHM. Gunatilaka HMK. Gunaratna GPNS. Gunatilaka WMMT. Gunawardana DLV. Hansani, DCM. Harshika, UGK. Haturu Singha, HNDNS. Hemachandra, LHGN. Hemakuma, NTKM. Herat, HMAN. Herat, HMPN. Herat, RHMSM. Hitinayaka, HMSMK. Iddagoda, IDSK. Ilukpitiya, IGKR. Imasha, NPGR. Jayagoda, JGRS. Jayakodi, HTJD. Jayakodi, JAAC. Jayakodi, JADMM. Jayamanna, JKSP. Jayanandana, TM. Jayanath, HWS. Jayaratna, SHL. Jayashankar, SGN. Jayasingha, JDP. Jayasurya, DB. Jayasurya, JASH. Jayasundara, JMTD. Jayawardena, ND. Jayawardena, UNT. Jayawardena, LA. Jayawardena, DMK. Jayavira, AK. Kadawatha Arachi, CJK. Karunadasa, NI. Karunaratna KDS. Karunaratna KGAC. Karunaratna WACU. Karunaratna MWID. Karunasena WAS. Kiragala MDLG. Kirti Singha BDCH. Kodikararachi TI. Kottachi KIM. Kumara GRMK. Kumara RGCS. Lakmal RGS. Lakshita JS. Leshani MADJ. Lenadora SD. Lianage LNP. Madanayaka PC. Madhuma Bandara HRL. Madhurangi RMSW SD. Malvanage VMBSV. Mananaga KTU. Marutharajan C. Manike AGH. Minha MHF. Munir KI. Nadisha MT. Nanayakara WLRL. Narankotuva NGKHH. Navaratna HMDC. Navaratna NMSI. Navas SI. Naomi WAM. Nazira, RMF. Netipola, EMNK. Nilanka, KAS. Nishadika, PGK. Nuzra, MNF. Padmasiri, AWAP. Panditaratna, SP. Patiratna, KPIA. P-Race, DPEGK. Pereira, MSP. Pinnagolla, PGKK. Pitigala, PKDAP. Premachandra, KMN. Premakumar, WC. Pridarshana, JKRS. Pridarshani, DL. Priyaranga, BPN. Pushpakumar, DKDS. Ranasinghe, GS. Ranasinghe, RDGCD. Ranatunga, PR. Ranatunga S, Randimal HDB. Rasangi, HDN. Ratnasinghe, USG. Ratnavira, MS. Ratnayaka, EANM. Ratnayaka, RWRMKS. Ratnayaka, RMB. Ratnayaka, RMVRK. Rohini, R. Rubasinghe, TP. Rubasinghe, BS. Safia, BZ. Samarthunga, SARBI. Samaravikrama, BY. Sandakirani, WAPS. Sandeepani, LKHA. Sanjeeva, WNDI. Senanayaka, HYC. Senaratna, MLP. Senaratna, MMLS. Senaviratna, YGPS. Sewandi, SHR. Silva, SKST. Sirivadana, PGAC. Siambalapitiya, STKS. Subhasingha, SATK. Subhasingha, SAJS. Sudarka, MDS. Suranjit Asanka, KD. Swarnahansika, SLT. Tenakon, TMSS. Tarangi, KHAS. Tevaraperuma, DMS. Tilakaratna, KMHC. Tilakaratna, SR. Tilakaratna, KHKV. Tilakaratna, MGNI. Tilakaratna, RISSB. Vindhyani, AD. Vitanage, TPK. Vanasingha, WMDC. Vanigasingha, SC. Veerahandi, MP. Veerakon, WMHM. Veerapana WDS. Veera Prameshwara HK. Veerasekara WMYK. Veerasingha WDYM. Veeratunga SM. Veeravadana HARK. Vikramarachi DC. Vikramage YWYH. Vikramarachri NTM. Vikramaratna NADL. Vikramasingha TAMS. Vikramasingha VS. Vikramasingha WMJC. Vikramasingha WSM. Vikramatunga PGNS. Vijay Bandara JMBC. Vijaydasa PPRA. Vijayratna AMASB. Vijayaratna WACMS. Vimalasena DBRS. Yapa YMRMB.
By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery be conferred in absentia on the graduates to be announced by the Dean, Faculty of Medicine.
Chedup S, Choden Y, Chopel JY, Hemachandra KHAS, Jayasingha WMS, Kapilaratna BHM, Mahanama LAGS, Manuvira MKTC, Nanakara NR, Randinigama DMSL, Ratnayaka RMDA, Sali MA, Saraj TM, Sharif IJ, Taraka HDRR, Tobge S, Shireen L, Shomo KY, Vivek Rai, Vanchung TK.
By the authority vested in as Vice Chancellor, I confer in absentia on whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the prizes and medals be awarded to prizes, Faculty of Allied Health Sciences first, Alumni Association of the Department of Physiotherapy Prize for Excellence in Clinical Practice in Physiotherapy, RICAS AMM. Faculty of Dental Sciences, J.B. Abekwan Prize for Excellence in Oral Pathology, Sumitra Rachi SR. K. Bambaradeniya Prize for Excellence in Prosthetic Dentistry, Veerakon EMKMK. Ranjan Abesinghe Prize for Dental Surgery, Sumitra Rachi SR. Lakshman Samaranayak Award for Excellence in Oral Medicine and Oral Pathology, Sajeevan S. Mr. and Mrs. W.K.E.L. Pereira Prize for Pedodontics, Madhuranga PDD. Faculty of Medicine, Perry Exhibition Prize, Abegunawardhana IA. Naomi Tyagaraja Memorial Prize for Midwifery, Abegunawardhana IA. H.M. Pearis Prize for Obstetrics and Gynecology, Abewardhana IA. H.S. Keith Singh Endowment, A.C. Fernando Prize in Surgery, Abegunawardhana IA. Ba Kuma Kulasinghe Prize in Surgery, Nawaz S.I. B.H. Alivihare Prize in Surgery, Senanayaka H.Y.C. Herbert A. Aponso Prize in Pediatrics, Abewardhana IA. Kingsley De Silva Prize for Obstetrics and Gynecology, Abegunawardhana IA. Medals, Faculty of Allied Health Sciences. The Peradeniya University Gold Medal, Faculty of Allied Health Sciences for Excellence in Scholastic and Extramural Excellence, Pabasara GVS. The Peradeniya University Gold Medal, Faculty of Allied Health Sciences for Excellence in Scholastic and Extramural Excellence, Dharmaratna GK. Faculty of Dental Sciences, MAB Brito Muttunayagam Gold Medal, Sumitra Arachi SR. Gold Medal for Excellence in Restorative Dentistry, Nuanjala DGC. Liver Brothers Gold Medal for Community Dentistry, Galagama Arachi LR. KDG Sapramad Gold Medal for Excellence in Community Dentistry, Galagama Arachi LR. Priya Samaranayaka Gold Medal for Excellence in Orthodontics, Veerakon EMKMK. Donald Winstock Gold Medal for Excellence in Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Tilakaratna AWSH. Muthukumara Ilango Gold Medal for Excellence in Orthodontics, Veerakon EMKMK. The Peradeniya University Gold Medal, Faculty of Dental Science for Excellence in Scholastic and Extramural Excellence, De Silva THSH. Faculty of Medicine, Rakud Gold Medal for Surgery, Abegunawardana LA, IA. Gavin Gold Medal for Operative Surgery, Abegunawardana IA. Dandisho Dadaboy Gold Medal for Medicine, Senanayaka HYZ. Manik Bai Dadaboy Gold Medal for Midwifery, Abegunwadana IA. Chandra Abesekara Gold Medal in Pediatrics for Excellence in Pediatrics, Senanayaka HYC. The Sri Lanka Abhimanya Honorable Lakshman Kadirgama Gold Medal for Excellence, Abegunwadana IA. The Peradeniya University Gold Medal, Faculty of Medicine for Excellence in Scholastic and Extramural Excellence, Abegunwadana IA. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that the conferment of degrees for the first session of the third day of the year 2019 has been completed, and request you to sign the Register of Graduates 2019.
I declare that the first session of the third day of the convocation is closed.
2019 වර්ෂයේ උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයෙහි සමාප්තිය සනිටුවන් කිරීම සඳහා දැන් ජාතික ගීය ගායනා කෙරෙනු ඇත. කරුණාකර අසුන් වලින් නැගී සිටින්න.
2019 ஆண்டிற்கான பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவை நிறைவு செய்யும் வகையில் தற்பொழுது தேசிய கீதம் இசைக்கப்படும்.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Sundara Siri Barini Suledi Adisho ජීවන දෙමිනේ හිතින අප පුබුදු කරන් මාතා ඥාන වීර වඩවමින රැගෙන යනු මෙන ජය භූමි කරා එක මවකගේ දරු කැළබැවිනා යමු යමු වී නොපමා ප්‍රේම වඩා සැම වේද දුරැළදා නමෝ නමෝ මාතා අප ශ්‍රී ලංකා නමෝ 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 මාතා අප ශ්‍රී ලංකා නමෝ 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 මාතා
මේ අවස්ථාවේ උපකුලපතිතුමා රැගත් පෙරහැර උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සව ශාලාවෙන් පිටව යන බැවින් නිශ්ශබ්දව නැගිට ශාලාවේ රැඳී සිටින්න.
வேந்தரின் ஊர்வலம் மண்டபத்தை விட்டு வெளியேறும் வரையில் எழுந்து நின்று அமைதி பேணுமாறு அனைவரையும் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றோம்.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and silent in the convocation hall until the ceremonial procession exits the hall.
පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ 82 වෙනි උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේ තෙවන දිනේ පළමු සැසිවාරය මෙසේ අවසන් වන වගයි. එසේනම් නැවතත් අප හමු වන්නේ පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ 82 වෙනි උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවයේ තෙවන දිනේ දෙවනි සැසිවාරයත් සමගින්
பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவிற்கான 3ஆம் நாள் நிகழ்வின் காலை அமர்வின் நேரடி ஒலிபரப்போடு இணைந்திருந்த உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் மிக்க நன்றி. தொடர்ந்து 2வது அமர்வின் நேரடி ஒலிபரப்பு நிகழ்வுகளோடு இணைந்திருக்கலாம்.
And that concludes the first session of the third day of the 82nd General Convocation of the University of Peradeniya. We will reconnect with you shortly with the second session of the third day.